10 note away major 7. So that makes sense. So a 10 note away would be 5, 10. Right there would be the local distance. And this would be, and this distance then would be 10 plus an octave, or 10 plus 12, or a 22 note away minor 7. Hopefully I've been saying minor 7 and not major 7. It's a minor 7, 10 note away. Okay, let's do the next one. So then we're going to go, what if we went 23 up? So 23 up would be like 5, 10, 15, 20, 21, 22, 23, lands me in the Lydian Ocean, within the Lydian Ocean. So local distance would be 23 minus 12, which would be like saying 3 minus 2, 23 minus 12 would be 11. 23 minus 12 is going to be 11. And so we're going to say, because it's like 13 minus 2 is what I would normally think. Anyway, so if I go and I'm used to Excel, okay? I'm used to Excel and calculators. So I'm trying to work on my mental math. You need mental math for music. It's helping me. Okay, so we're going to go 11 notes away. So we go 5, 10, 11. That would be the local distance. And then this distance then would be 11 plus 12, or 11 plus octave, or 23 note away major 7. All right. Now we could go more than one octave up. On the guitar, we can't go, we're usually going to be kind of within 2 octaves, but we could conceivably go higher than that. And in theory, we can keep on going, right? So what if I went 24 up from the G? It would be 5, 10, 15, and then 20, and then 24. Wait a sec. Did I do that right? 5, 10, 15, 20, 22, 3 to 4, right there. 24. That's going to be an octave up. So that means that if I stayed on the same octave, I would be here. And then, of course, this would be an octave up, would be plus 12, and this would be plus another 12. So this gets a little wonky. So you could use the terminology of saying it's plus 2 octaves or something like that instead of 24, because that might be a little bit easier to see on the math. Let me show you what I mean on the next one, which is a little more clear. Let's say we go 25 steps up. So 25 steps up from here, 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25 would be here. Wait, not there, hold on. Would be here, because there's no kink between these two. So it'd be 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25 notes away lands me in the Mixolydian Ocean. Okay, and that makes sense, because if I say 25 minus 12 plus 12, or minus 24, 25 minus 24, because I'm 2 octaves up, so you could subtract 12 at a time, would get you to the 1 note away minor. Wait a sec. Yeah, 1 note away minor second. So that 1 note away minor second would be right here, right? So that's why it might be easier to say it's going to be 1 note away is usually 1 note away plus 2 octaves, right? That might be an easier way to say it, but it's also 1 note away plus 12, or 1 note away, or 25 note away minor second. So in the minor second is not going to be there in the Aeolian as well, even though it's a minor. It's not here, and it's not here, but it is in like the Dorian. I'm sorry, it's in the Phrygian. It is in the Phrygian right here. So that one has right here and then right here. So there it is. Okay, so let's do the next one. See if I can do this again. If we go next one, what if I went up 26 steps from here? So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, and then 20, 25, 26. So it's going to be an XA modal range. I'm going to call it an XA plus 2 octaves, or an XA and 2 octaves. We'll talk about that later, because it's got the modal range, but an added 2 octaves between it. But how would we get that? We'd have to say 26. I can see it's above 24. I mean, I could see basically it's going to be above an octave. So I would think that you'd have to say 26, minus 24 to get you within the range, right? Because it's above 24. So that would be 26 minus 24, which would be similar to saying 6 minus 4, 654 would be the 2-note away. So it'd be hold on, let me do this. It'd be a 2-note away major second, 2-note away major second. So 2-note away major second would be going to here. If I go out to here, that would be like a 2 plus 2 octave note away major second, or a 2 plus 24 note away major second, or a 26 note away major second. So that would be the idea. Let's do this. Let's do the next one. And so now we're going to say it's a 27 note away. So if I go 27 notes away, be 5, 10, 15, 20, and then 25, 26, 27 lands me in the Aeolian Ocean. All right, so 27 notes away. So I'd have to say, okay, it's above 24. So I'd say 27 minus 24 is like 7 minus 4, which would be 3. So 3 notes away is a minor third. So I'd have to say, okay, this is going to be like a minor third would normally be 3 notes away, which would be 1, 2, 3 here, landed me in the Aeolian Ocean. But this one is going to be 3 plus 2 octave notes away, or 3 plus 12 notes away, or 3 plus 24 notes away, otherwise known as 27 note away. And this is a minor third. So I keep saying major. It's a minor third. And then also if I start from this A, then you can see if I go 3 notes away, I land on a continent because it's a minor third, and A is the Aeolian, which is a minor mode. If I go down, and if I went down this way, I'd land on a continent. Okay, so let's do the next one. And so I think I'm finally getting into a bit of a rhythm here as we close this thing out. If we go 28 steps up. So we're going to go 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28. It would be an XN modal range, or I would call it an XN plus 2 octaves, or an XN and 24 distance-wise. And so for modal range. And so how would I get there? Well, I'm going to say, well, that's going to be like 28 minus 24, because it's higher than 24, would be like 8 minus 4, which would be 4. And a 4 note away, which would be a major third. So a major third would normally be 1, 2, 3, 4 right here. This is going to also be a major third, but it's going to be a 4 note away plus 2 octaves, or a 4 note away plus 12, or a 4 note away plus 24 major third away. Okay, so then we'll do the next one. Oh, wait. You just drew a line. That's okay. I can erase it. Let's go. We're going to go 29 notes away. So now we're going to go, all right, 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29. So 29 notes away. So if I went 29 notes away, the local distance would be 29. That's greater than 24. So 29 minus 24 would be like 9 minus 4. 9 minus 4 is 5. So it would be a 5 note away perfect fourth typically. So it'd be a 5 note away perfect fourth. The local distance would be 5 notes away would be here. So that would be a 5 note away perfect fourth. This would be a 5 note away plus 2 octaves, or 5 note away plus 12, or 5 note away plus 20, or a 29 note away perfect fourth. Okay, so then let's do the next one. And let's say we go 30 away. So that's going to be the 30 away would be 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 26, 27, 28, 29, 30. Let's kind of stop after this one. This is about as far as we go. We don't really go any octaves above that normally, because again, you'd have to go way up on the fretboard. So let's check it out. We're going to say 30 notes away. So we would say then 30 minus 24, because it's higher than 24, would be like 10 minus 4, which would be 6. So we're going to say it would be a 6 note away, which is the weird one, which is a diminished fifth or an augmented fourth. And so this one lands us in the ocean. So we're going to say the local distance would be a 6 note away, which would be 5, 6, landing me here in the Ionian Ocean. So this one out here then would be a 6 plus 12 plus 12, or 6 plus 2 octaves, or a 30 note away diminished fifth. Now, of course, that diminished fifth, if we started from the Locrian, we might have it, but I'm going to go over too far to get it from here. So anyways, we'll stop it on that weird one. But obviously, we could continue this process down. If you're on the piano, then you're going to have more distance than on a guitar typically. So you could, but in theory, we could continue this more octaves up infinitely, right? Just like a note number line can go infinitely up or down, but it also repeats, as we can see as well. So you can envision it as a track that goes around in a circle, but it also goes up infinitely. And in theory, both ideas can be expressed both ways, both measurement tools. In other words, we're measuring by, in essence, modal half steps or scale degrees. Those could go around the track in a circle, which is what I'm proposing to do, even if you're going up higher, because that gives you the flavor that most people are familiar with. But it could also go up infinitely by just increasing the scale degrees, which you might see in some textbooks, because that's the only way to indicate that you're going an octave up if you drop the notes. And then the notes could also, you can imagine them just going around in a circle, which I'm saying, which most people possibly do in practice, but I think it would be more specific to indicate both of these things by showing the notes as the thing that don't go around in a circle, but you're going to express in some way the actual distance like a note number line by saying it's the local distance plus an octave or 2 octaves, or it's the local distance plus 12 plus another 12 if it's another octave up, or it's the total distance number, and then give the local scale degree. Okay. So next time we'll do the same idea, but we'll add then more concepts on the modal ranges and see the same concept as we think about a modal distance terminology.